Please welcome Molly Ringwald. Nice to see you. Welcome to the show.
How are you?
How are you?
Good.
You gotta feel, thanks for coming on, by the way.
Oh, my pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Of course. This must be an interesting place for you to be, because it's sort of full circle for you. Going out there and promoting records in a way, because that's what you, like, we all know you from the TV or the film part, but you all know an audience as a singer.
That's right. Yeah, my father, Bob Ringwald, is a traditional jazz musician, so I've been singing jazz since I was, you know, pre-verbal.
Yeah.
Since I think my first professional performance was age 3.5.
You're pretty incredible.
Yeah.
You had a record early, too, didn't you?
I did.
I mean, come on.
Oh,
like,
God, no.
Look at this, dude.
That's me.
That's you.
That's
I
me.
want to be loved by you, like Molly sings.
And this is my dad.
That's right.
That's Bob Ringwald.
Take a listen. We have some.
Come along, get your partner where you run. It's gonna be a party in the good old town where you know every.
You know, you could do worse.
This is a collector's item, by the way.
Do you know
You
how
can
hard this is to find?
I know.
Yeah, I know. That is so hard to find.
I think there are only 500 printed or something. I don't even have one that's in that good of shape.
Maybe we'll give it to you. No, but what I like about it, I was thinking and looking at your record now and hearing it, sounds would have been really interesting in your home. Your father's visually impaired, right? So words meant something.
Yeah, my father is not just visually impaired, he's blind. Right. He's completely blind, and he always has been. So, you know, I think it really sort of helped me definitely as an actress. You know, I used to read him all of my scripts, and it was great because I got to play all of the characters. And also as a writer, because I write books as well. But I think it definitely had an impact on me.
So you would have been the descriptor in the home then?
Yes. Yeah, my dad said that he always liked to go see movies with me because I was really good at describing things. Whereas my mom sits next to him and goes, shh, shh, I don't want to miss this part, you know? And I'm the descriptor.
Did you have to describe a part of a scene of a movie that you were really uncomfortable having that conversation with your father?
Yes. I think it's happened, you know, but, you know, my father's pretty, you know, he's a jazz musician, so, you know, you can't really shock jazz musicians. My mom is actually the one who would be Amish if she could.
Right. Is this a way for you to create a document of this time?
I think so, yeah. I mean, that's kind of how the original album, you know, the one that I did when I was 6 years old, it was basically just to have a record of that time. And I ended up doing that with this album. I had no idea, really, that I was going to record an album. I just wanted to kind of sing in little smoky jazz clubs or, you know, just kind of on the side. And then it sort of went from there. But, you know, it's exciting to have a record of a time in your life.
You're a part of so many documents of our life, which has got to be a strange place to be. That's nice to take the power back in a way for yourself.
Yes, I am. It is kind of strange. I was thinking about that the other day, the fact that, you know, a lot of people had these films that I did to sort of instruct and guide them and nurture them through this time. And I'm one of the only teenagers that didn't have that because I'm in the movies.
Right.
You know, just kind of interesting.
I imagine you've thought about this a lot and maybe even discussed it either with the people you were with or not. This idea that when you're making something, did you have any idea of the reach it would have?
No. No, I knew that it was going to be good, or I suspected that it was going to be good because I liked the script so much. All the scripts from the John Hughes movies, but I had no idea that they were going to reach the... I didn't know that we would still be talking about them right now.
When you watch, do you ever stumble across them on TV and watch them?
No, not really. I mean, the last time I saw Pretty in Pink, I showed my daughter, my 10-year-old daughter, but she hasn't seen Breakfast Club yet. Actually, that's coming up. I promised her 6 months ago, and I've been sort of holding off. And I want to watch it with her because I don't want her to watch it on YouTube by herself, you know?
Are there things you want to explain to her while you're watching it? Like what?
You know, like the fact that mommy's smoking pot. And
there's some of these movies that you watch it back and you're like, oh my God, there's no black people in this community.
Yes.
Or why does that guy have such a racist name?
Yes,
you know?
There's that. And, you know, there's some questionable parts of 16 Candles as well, which she already has seen. And interestingly, and I forgot how much bad language there is in it, but, you know, kids kind of filter that stuff out. you know, that, like she didn't really focus on the fact that I gave my underwear to a geek. You know, that was really not her focus. She was more interested in the fact that I got together with a cute guy at the end.
Listen, Molly, that's what you think, but when she's 17, when you're fighting with her, what do you think she's going to bring up?
Yes, that's true. And I'll just say, well, I didn't write it. I just acted in it.
That's right.
I'm not responsible.
Stick around, more with Molly Ringwald right after this. I love that album. All right, coming up, Molly, the Beastie Boys, and Run DMC. We'll find out the story there.
Don't showboat in front of our child.
I know. And John Cassavetes, another Greek.
I don't want to live with your father anymore.
Yeah, so nice.
If he'd be honest, he'd tell you that he's not really interested in me.
But he loves you.
That doesn't count.
Maybe, but he's not really interested in me.
No, Alonso is.
Yes, he is. I think so.
I'm not gonna live with you in that crate.
I'm not. That's what I'm saying.
The wonderful, wonderful Gina Rowlands, incredible, and John Cassavetes,
And John Cassavetes. Yeah, that was kind of a heavy scene. Wow.
The Tempest, 1982.
Yeah.
When that was. You were little.
I was little. I was 13. Yeah, I think I was 13 years old.
When you're doing that stuff, who's helping you process it?
Well, my parents were there, and also that was a fantastic director, Paul Mazursky, and you know he was, I think, one of the best directors I've ever worked with, and I think he helped me understand what I was doing. I mean, it was just it was such an amazing experience learning from those people.
I have to ask about one name only. You don't have to give me any information, but it would just, there was a time, and I'm like, you got out with the King Ad Rock?
Yeah.
From the Beastie Boys, right?
Yeah.
But this is before the Beastie Boys had their real enlightenment.
He's amazing. I mean, really smart and funny, and I don't even think that they knew at that time exactly, you know, I think he wasn't sure if he was going to, you know, stay with the band, if he was going to go into acting or what he was going to do.
That's right, because he's on Lost Highway, right? So
Yeah.
he knows how to act.
Yeah. And then Paul's Boutique happened, and that's really sort of when everything started to change. And, you know, it's really sort of gratifying to see everybody just kind of change what people's expectations are of you. And yeah, they're an incredible band.
Did you go on the road with them in that License Ill? Mm-hmm. So that was when they played with Run DMC.
That's right.
I mean, never mind all the other stuff.
I
Like,
know.
you saw the Run DMC tour in the 80s, man.
Yeah, I was there. I was there. I was sitting backstage while there were girls dancing in cages. Which was never, Adam was never into that. He was always kind of bummed out about that. That was one of the things that they really wanted to change, because that was something that the record company was really into, and it just really bummed him out. So
Leadership, because they became the Tibetan Freedom Concert Band, right, which was so cool.
Yeah.
What a pleasure to see you. Thanks for taking the time.
Thank you.
Right on. Molly is performing at the Richmond Hill Center for the Performing Arts tomorrow night. Go check it out, April 10th. Molly Ringwald. We'll be right back.